Kilichokuleta hapa nielewe, nimechoka.
Yeah, bwana. Don't bring me your frustrations, mimi nani.
Nani comment kuna frustration?
That's the reason why unavalia watu buibui.
Hii ni gown.
Makbada.
Kwani ni nini inaendelea hapa?
Hapa niko kuhesabu siafu alafu nizioshe.
Nenda kuambia mganga umechukua.
Check wewe.
Ala. Ngoja wacha kuingilia hapo.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
I need you to do something for me. Don't leave this compound. I don't want you to be talking to anyone. Don't receive any calls and don't call anyone, okay?
Glenn Njuguna, right?
Yes.
I think your mom, Tiff, and Malaika should change houses.
Going to tell me what's going on. Mbona Ruth anajificha?
Hata kama uko na ubaya na mimi, hakuna kitu naweza nifanya.
Madam, mimi sina ubaya. Na Ruth hayuko hapa.
I thought we are a team here. Na wewe ni nani kwanza?
Jill, unaniambia team?
It is indeed the last day of June 2025. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to KBC Lunchtime News. For the next 1 hour or so, we'll be looking at the headlines shaping up the news conversation in the country and beyond, not forgetting business and sports. I'm Njue. Lensa Odingo is my colleague to handle the sign language interpretation at the bottom of your screen. We begin our live coverage in Isiolo County, where Isiolo Governor Abdi Guyo will face a full plenary hearing in the Senate after a motion to form an 11-member special committee to probe his impeachment was rejected. The Senate convened a special sitting on Monday, choosing instead to hear the case in full session. A motion by Kakamega Senator Boni Halwale on behalf of Majority Leader collapsed after Kilifi Senator Stewart Madzayo, who was to second it instead, opposed it. The Speaker ruled that the hearing will be held on the 8th and 9th of July. Governor Guyo was impeached by Isiolo County Assembly last week on grounds of abuse of office, violation of the Constitution, and gross misconduct. The MCAs accused the governor of irregularly appointing 36 advisors and 31 chief officers, issuing flawed contracts and stalling development projects in the county.
Members, you are either choosing that we form a committee or we go to plenary. I want to appeal to you to weigh on this very important issue, because the country has a lot of confidence in us. They should see that we have given the governor of Isiolo the best opportunity to be heard as this decision is made.
Mimi napinga hoja hii ya kwenda kwa njia ya kamati.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Nataka kwa hiyo hoja hii mimi naipinga vikali sana na sikubaliani nayo.
Having been negatived, the route of special committee is abandoned, and that implies that the Senate will investigate the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the governor of Isiolo County, in plenary, pursuant to Section 33(3)(a) of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 81B2. The Senate shall then investigate the matter in plenary on Tuesday, the 8th of July, and Wednesday, the 9th of July, 2025.
Still in Isiolo, one person has died and 6 others are nursing gunshot wounds, including an 11-year-old boy, following a bandit attack in Isiolo County. Residents of Burat ward in Isiolo are now accusing the government of turning a blind eye to their security concerns.
In LMD village, Burat ward, when armed bandits believed to be from neighboring Kipsing, Oldonyero and Samburu are said to have ambushed residents at around 10 p.m. According to Mzee Osman Bidu, Vice Chair of Isiolo Somali Council of Elders and also one of those injured, the attackers shot indiscriminately, killing one and injuring others before fleeing with 17 camels.
Mimi nilikuwa nyumbani, nikamchukua gari pamoja na vijana kadhaa, tulikimbiza huko. Kufika katikati, walichukua ambush ndani ya barabara, walitupiga sisi.
Wanakuja kupora hapa kwa sababu hapa imekuwa ni supermarket yao. Wanakuja kushukua, anaua na anarudi nayo kwao. Mwizi anajulikana, mali anatoka, babake anajulikana, mali anatoka, wako na chief, wako na MCA.
In pursuit of the stolen livestock, locals were attacked, leaving 4 more people wounded. 10 camels were also killed in the raid. The injured are receiving treatment at Isiolo County Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Mali yetu inaenda ikiisha, watu wetu ndio hii. Kila wakati wavamizi inapotendeka, kama watu 5, watu 6, watu 4 watakuwa wanaumia. Tuko na vijana kadhaa wa KPR saizi wako na chuma kwa miguu, wako ngapi wako manyumbani.
The residents have condemned the government for allegedly failing to utilize modern equipment and security funding to protect lives. They are now demanding urgent intervention from Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja.
Tunataka aongee na County Commissioner wetu kwa sababu County Commissioner wetu ni mzembe. County Commissioner wetu hafanyi kazi vile inatakikana.
Alvin Kaunda reporting for KBC.
And away from that, recruitment for the government's Kazi Maju program will be done from technical training institutions. Technical and vocational education and training Principal Secretary Esther Moria says the move will not only ensure that government links job seekers to legitimate opportunities, but also ensure that those required have been trained adequately. Moria says the State Department for TVETs is working closely with the State Department for Labor and Skills Development to enhance technical training to match skills acquired in the job market. Funding, according to Moria, remains one of the biggest challenges, calling on training institutions to pursue revenue-generating projects.
Hii ingine mnaenda kufanyiwa huko Karioko, huko sijui market gani, hiyo ni yenu. And don't you bring in the government if you go to do those to interviews mnaenda kufanyia huko kwa kichaka. Hiyo sio yetu, hiyo atiju. We will do them in a government institutions which is TVET. After you are admitted, it is us who know these interviewers, and again they must be on the Labor Department website. Wale walikuwa wakora tumewatoa. Sector skills advisory committees are based in the Department of Labor. Now, what the sector skills have done together with my department is to develop the occupational standards that are going to be to form the basis for the development of the curricula.
Some politics now, where a section of political leaders have faulted the clergy, media and human rights groups for allegedly being complicit in last week's demonstrations that left businessmen counting losses after their premises were destroyed. The leaders singled out the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, whom they accused of encouraging demonstrators to pour out on the streets while overlooking the negative impact of the protest. They have also called for the review of the legal framework establishing the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, arguing it encroaches on the independence and functional mandate of the National Police Service.
Here we saw under the finance bill how properties were destroyed, lives were lost, and the judge kept the mum. The church where we think we are going to run to uptake our moral teachings and establishing our family values is where we are seeing bishops coming for a presser and asking us to uphold the rights of the Constitution. The right that is we are not careful is gradually bringing down the Republic of Kenya that has stood for more than 60 years in our democracy.
Kwa sababu polisi wakitaka kufanya kitu, IPOA wananyorosha. Polisi wakitaka kuweka usalama, IPOA they come to them. Polisi wakitaka kudumisha amani, human right, they come for them. Polisi wakitaka kuweka amani, raia na wakora na coons, they go for them. Kwani mnafikiri polisi sio binadamu?
And away from that, members of the Isahakia clan of the Somali community are urging the government to officially recognize them as Kenyan citizens with equal rights and privileges as ordinary Kenyan citizens. Community leaders highlighted decades of marginalization which has denied them opportunities, including loss of ancestral land, forcing some members into squatter settlements. They made these remarks during a cultural dinner event held at a Nairobi hotel, which celebrated the community's rich heritage and historical contributions to the nation.
This Isahakia community is a community among the Somali community. These people came from British Somaliland. So the people of Kenya and the people of British Somaliland share many in common. The women rep for Migori County, she's called Fatuma Mohamud Ige. She comes from this community. So you can see where they get election from, or they're being elected in these other counties.
Hizi viti za nomination tulikuwa tunafikiria zitapewa watu kama sisi na kina Elmolo, yani wale watu jamii hawezi lete, lakini kitu ya ajabu ni kwamba kabila kubwa ambayo wako na ma-MP ndio bado wanapatiwa hizo nomination. Kwa hivyo ningeomba serikali yetu ya Kenya ajue kuna jamii ambaye inasafa kuwa hatuwezi kupeleka malalamishi because we don't have a representative.
And moving on, over 100 residents of Athi View Estate in Isiolo in Machakos County have benefited from a free medical camp organized by the Veterans Mission Hospital, Isiolo area. Speaking during the event at Athi View Estate, Veteran Mission Hospital's Medical Service Manager, Dr. Benson Ariwa, said the medical camp offers a wide range of services from general checkups and consultations to specialized screenings and treatment for conditions like diabetes, blood pressure, dental, among others, and free drugs provided to residents.
Athi View Estate in Isiolo in Machakos County turned up for the free medical camp organized by the Veteran Mission Hospital, Isiolo area. At the camp, residents received free consultations from general doctors in various areas such as diabetes, blood pressures, among others.
They've checked my BP. My BP was okay, my sugar, and then I've had a consultant with the doctor and also my dental checkup.
Kusema ukweli, uchumi ni mbaya. Uchumi si mzuri. Na kila mtu kuna wenye wametamani kufika pahali yake lakini hawajafanikiwa. Sasa nashukuru madaktari na mfanyie hivyo kila mmoja vile mmenifanyia.
Speaking during the event at Athi View Estate Veteran Mission Hospital Medical Service Manager Dr. Benson Ariwo said the camp also offers specialized screening and provide free drugs to the patients.
Do some random blood sugars. You may end up establishing that someone has, high sugars, maybe pre-diabetic or actually a diabetic patient. So we can be able to guide them appropriately in terms of care as it relates to diabetes.
Dr. Ariwo said the program is part of the community outreach, which aims to improve health and the well-being of local residents.
Minimum of 100 people. That is cutting across the age brackets, so the elderly, the adults, and maybe even the children. So what we are offering here is basically general medical checkup.
Nimefika kwa Veteran Mission Hospital Syokimau. Nimefika wamenipima my weight, wakaangalia pressure. Then wakaenda wakaangalia hata meno. Wakanipatia dawa ya kuosha meno and then wakaniambia nitarudi nikuje nioshe meno. Mimi sijalipishwa.
Fathers said the facility will continue to organize similar initiatives in other regions.
And from one helping hand to another, where Ananda Maga Mission is celebrating the Golden Jubilee of charitable work in Kenya since its inception, reaching more vulnerable people in the community. School-going children are among the beneficiaries of the charity courtesy of the mission. And according to the founder of the mission, Dinesh Kumar, the intention of the mission is to expand its operation in the country to reach the vulnerable and improve their livelihoods. The mission, with over 20 branches in Kenya, offers daily school feeding programs and weekly food distribution to the community, paying school fees for vulnerable children and also supporting disaster victims. Kumar has called on Kenyans to embrace the spirit of sharing.
Is that we are able to serve millions of people yearly. If a few persons can help millions of people, and if all human beings, if all citizens, if they want to eradicate the hunger.
Moving on, over 50,000 victims of historical land injustices in Laikipia are living in fear of losing their ancestral land to private investors. Speaking in Mayanat community land, Mukogodo East in Laikipia County, the victims claimed that if the National Land Commission NLC failed to address the long-standing grievances on land issues in the county, nearly 1 million acres of land will be in the hands of private investors. The community is now urging the national government to move quickly and address the colonial-era land disputes.
Wamepitia na maneno ya historical land injustices tangu 2015, 2016 ambayo sheria ya Kenya iliwezesha wananchi wale ambao wamefinywa ama ardhi yao za jadi zilishukuliwa ama zilishukuliwa na njia moja ama nyingine ambayo sio halali. Sheria iliwapa communities mwelekeo ili waweze kuclaim na create National Land Commission.
Ardhi yetu imenyakuliwa na wengine, tukabaki tuna jina. Tumesukumwa kutoka mahali ambayo tunaweza kulima, tumesukumwa mpaka kwa milima. Ardhi yetu imenyakuliwa, wamama tumeadhiriwa sana.
Jamii iliweza kuweka claim hiyo land injustice, na hakuna siku hata moja mwaka 4 iliyopita, hakuna siku moja mumeiona ya kwamba mnaweza fika katika hii jamii kusikiza ile malalamishi yao. Tunauliza National Land Commission, lini tutapata haki kutoka kwenu?
ODM Nominated MP Umuhel Harun has declared her interest to run for the Garissa Women Representative seat in the 2027 election. The lawmaker says that she is keen on ensuring she positively impacts the people she represents. The MP, who has been on the forefront in advocating and articulating issues of residents of Northeastern, regretted that for long politics has been defined by how much money one has, denying citizens leaders who can deliver the much-needed development.
Many people, when they join politics, the first thing they think of is making money. I have my entire career, inshallah, Allah will give me a long life, to make money. Politics will not be the route that I will enrich myself. I earn a salary of 700,000. I have never gone for a contract, even when I have the capacity. I make the laws. I am able to ask for that. But I stay true to myself because I've been given the chance to represent the youth of this great country. Imagine if I ran in parliament asking for contracts, forgetting the people I've been sent to represent.
Now, in an era where families often live in isolation, exacerbated by a rise in social media and the exigencies of work, a Catholic church in Njue has taken a proactive step to restore unity by hosting a vibrant family day. Boniface Kasiva with details.
The worshippers from all walks of life and age groups put their devices away to avoid disruption from social media to reconnect through faith, fun, and games. The event-filled day began after the morning mass, where worshippers from 4 outstations, Bamburi, Majaoni, Maweni, and Njue converged at the Sacred Heart of Christ Catholic Church for praise and worship before going to the field for athletics, football, and tug-of-war games. Surprisingly, the women's team triumphed over the men's team 1-0 in the highly dramatic football game. The men, however, claimed victory in the tug-of-war contest, winning 3 out of 4 rounds before the women clinched a single round and broke into celebratory songs. Father Vincent Alicho, the Reverend Priest of the Sacred Heart Catholic Church, says the day was all about family.
We want to bring everyone together and celebrate together. And you can see not only us, the whole community joined us. The family plays an important role in the society. If you remove the family, there is no society, there is no humanity, there is no church.
Parishioner Matilda Ouma noted that the day not only fosters unity, but also love among worshippers.
Leo kulikuwa na michezo. Kwanza tulianza kanisani tukidance kama wamama kumshukuru Mungu na kumtukuza Mungu, na ilikuwa siku nzuri, na baadaye tulivyomaliza tulikuwa na kujumuika pamoja kula chakula kama familia moja.
The year event coincides with the feast of St. Paul and St. Peter. Boniface Kasiva for Lunchtime News.
And still in terms of matters unity, political leaders across the country have been urged to champion unity and peace coexistence rather than sow seeds of discord for political gain. The call comes amid rising tensions and concerns over polarizing rhetoric among leaders. Speaking during a church service at Rurambi in Kakamega, leaders led by Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa called on politicians to desist from dividing the country to gain political mileage and popularity. National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah said divisive politics have derailed development in many parts of the country and must be rejected at all costs.
Tukichochea watu kwa misingi ya vizazi, tuchochee watu kwa misingi ya mahali tunatoka, tuchochee watoto wetu waharibu nchi yetu na mali yetu, hatutasaidia nchi yetu. Bishop, you have put it very well, that even as we seek to express ourselves in whichever way we want to express, we must never burn our country.
Sisi kama viongozi tunazingatia umoja wa taifa letu, na wale ambao wanaeneza uvumi na pia zile siasa za chuki, siasa ya ukabila, sisi kama viongozi tunasema waweze kushindwa.
In the news, construction at the controversial bridge in KBC County that has seen Bobasi constituency residents at loggerheads with their area MP Innocent Obiri has been completed. The bridge, located at Nyamache Shopping Center along the Kisii-Igare-Nyamache Road, was washed away by floods, triggering persistent demonstrations over its pathetic state and delays in reconstruction. Residents in the area have now uploaded the collaboration between their area MP and Kenya Rural Roads Agency for finally allocating funds and constructing the bridge. They say the move will now ease movement between the government offices where they seek services, the local health center, the church, and the local shopping center, among other areas.
Hii daraja mimi nilikuwa nafanyia kazi hapa karibu. Watu wengi sana waliweza kuumia, lakini kwa hii imechengwa kwa muda ambao ni mfupi, ambao tunasema at least imetusaidia sisi kama wakaaji hapa kwa access areas, because my offices zilikuwa ni hapa juu.
Tulikuwa tunatengeneza daraja nyingine ya mbao, tulikuwa tunapita huko, watu wanavunjika. Sasa hizi nimeona watu walipiga kelele, mheshimiwa akakuja akaanza kuunda hiyo daraja. Sasa hizi naona biashara iko sawa, hakuna tatizo.
Immediately the bridge was swept away by water. I went to the KERA offices and made a report there where I did a letter which the local office of KERA also used to derive a cost and send to the headquarters in Nairobi.
From Kisii to Narok, where there was drama at African Inland Church AIC in Narok town after church members woke up to a locked church following a leadership row between a new bishop and the faithful. Michael Kasai, a faithful at AIC Narok Town Church, revealed that leadership wrangles currently witnessed in the church is as a result of poor management by top leadership of the church. Kasai said the local church council elected by the members have been disregarded in decision-making as the bishop allegedly operates with his hand-picked team. The impasse has forced the faithful to seek legal redress on the matter, but were yet to get justice as the church faces management crisis. Kasai has, however, called on AIC national leadership to intervene to end the ongoing impasse that is threatening to tear the fabric of the local church.
Hii ni a mini dictatorship because kanisa imekuwa ikifanya kazi in its own way, its own structure, but Bishop vile alikuja amekuja na mentality ya it's either his way or the highway.
Sisi tukiwa washirika wa AIC Narok Town Church hatujawahi kuona yale sasa tunayaona. Sisi tutaendelea hapo tuko. Hatuondoki na hatutaondoka. Tutaishi hapo, tutaweka Sunday school yetu hapo na tutaleta sadaka zetu hapo, kazi ya Mungu iendelee.
Na ninakumbuka vizuri Bishop akisema ya kwamba mahali popote ambapo pamewekwa wakfu, mahali pa kuabudia, hakuna binadamu yeyote anaye uwezo wa kufuga.
And away from that, the State Department for Livestock has launched a livestock restocking program in Njue County, which is set to give relief to tens of households affected by the recent prolonged drought that wiped out thousands of animals in the region. The initiative, which was flagged off in Mutomo Market in Njue South constituency, aims to distribute at least 495 goats per constituency. Speaking during the launch, Principal Secretary for the State Department for Livestock, Jonathan Mweke, said the program is part of the government's broader effort aimed at rebuilding livelihoods and strengthening climate resilience in arid and semi-arid lands. The program will cost the government at least 1 billion shillings and targets farmers in 16 affected counties in the country.
Kufa, mbuzi zimekufa, ngamia zimekufa. Wazazi hawana pesa ya kupeleka watoto shule, hawana kitu ya kukula. Ile biashara walikuwa wanafanya na mbuzi imepotea, na ndio rais akanipigia simu, akapigia waziri wangu simu, akatupatia pesa shilingi bilioni 1 na akatoa amri tuende tununue mbuzi tupatie wananchi.
Now, a section of principal secretaries have hailed the rollout of the empowerment projects across the country, which aims at improving the livelihoods of Kenyans. Speaking during a Thanksgiving ceremony for SMEs and Hustler Fund in Funyula constituency, Busia County, the principal secretary for medical services, Harry Kimtai, challenged Kenyans to support the government's development agenda while noting the success of affordable housing and SHA. PS SMEs Susan Auma Mangeni also attended the event, urged youth to register for the government's Nyota program for economic empowerment.
Ninajiita Nyota. Na hii Nyota tuna target katika kila ward tunapatia vijana 70. We are looking for 70 youth. Some of them naona mnaniangalia tu hapa from 18 and 29 years. Na up to 35 kama uko persons with disability.
Tarehe moja ama mwezi wa 6 hii, rais alikuwa anazindua kule Homa Bay. Amezindua kule Nairobi. Na hatakuja kuzindua hii ya Busia. Hiyo ni rais ambaye ako na mpangilio. Amepanga serikali yake sisi kama wale tunafanya ndani yake, wacha tuelezee. Hii serikali ina mpango na inapanga vitu zake kulingana na vile Wakenya wamempatia nafasi.
Now to county number 14, the county government of Embu has received a major boost in the provision of physiotherapy services following the equipping of the rehabilitated unit at Runyenje's Level 4 Hospital. The initiative is courtesy of Christian Blind Mission in collaboration with the Association for the Physically Disabled of Kenya, through the support of the German Corporation. Speaking while commissioning the unit, APDK official Benson Agesa said the unit will offer occupational therapy and specialized medical interventions for both adults and young children born with various forms of physical deformities. Embu Deputy Governor Kenyua Mugo further said the unit comes as a relief given that Embu is ranked among the counties with the highest disability prevalence at 4.4%, which is above the national average of 2.2% as per national population data of 2019 census.
Katika hii sehemu ya Runyenjes tumeweza kuweza kufungua rasmi ile tunaita rehabilitation unit ambayo inaleta pamoja matibabu ya aina ya physiotherapy, occupational therapy na pia ile workshop ya kutengeneza vifaa za kusaidia walio na ulemavu, orthopedic workshop. Kwa hivyo ni siku njema kwetu, tumeweza kuja hapa kama shirika la APDK. Lengo letu kubwa ni kuhakikisha kwamba tuna empower wale ambao wako na disabilities kuweza kufanya yale ambayo yanastahili.
Na pia watoto wachanga, kuna ile pediatric unit ambao mtoto ambaye amezaliwa labda akiwa na shida deformation, labda viungo haijaumbika vizuri, atapata fursa ya kuja hapo afuatiliwe na apatiwe matibabu na physiotherapy ambayo itamrekebisha akiwa bado akiwa mchanga.
Very well, at about 1:30 the hour, we are due for a fast break, but when we come back, we'll do some more local stories before we make sense of shillings and cents in business, and later on the latest from the world of business, including the FIFA Club World Cup currently underway in the US.
Semana Sports. Semana Sports is a bold, enlightening television show that offers Kenyans a direct line to the heart of government operations. Hosted by the government spokesman, Isaac Mwaura. Welcome to Semana Sports Bonga Dagava. This weekly program features candid conversations with senior government officials, cabinet secretaries, and heads of key parastatals as they break down their ministries' achievements, challenges, and strategic plans. Cage aquaculture farming,
Yes.
8.7 billion.
Yes.
So there's a lot of money.
There's a lot of, and we have not even tapped the potential.
As we get closer to start constructing the first nuclear program, we should have a robust regulatory framework.
Thank you, the spokesperson, for this chance where we are able to converse with our government.
Semana Sports. Hii sio story ya jaba. Sio story za jaba. Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. Thank you. Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1. 19 nations will compete in the Total Energies CAF African Nations Championship, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania 2024, which will be staged from 2nd to 30th August 2025. Amongst the 4 groups in the tournament A to D, Kenya is pooled in Group A, together with Morocco, Angola, DR Congo, and Zambia.
Algeria from the set piece, the header is on target, but it's saved.
This unique competition featuring the best locally based players from across the continent definitely has something for everyone. Just bring your A game as you let it flow live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Welcome back to Lunchtime News. We're glad you are watching. Moving on, a petitioner has filed a motion with the Law Society of Kenya, LSK, seeking to strike off Deputy President Kithure Kindiki and Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen from the role of advocates. In a motion to the Law Society of Kenya, Advocate Kefa Ojijo has listed grounds in which he wants the duo struck off the role of advocate, citing violation of the Code of Conduct of Advocates. Ojijo alleges that during their tenure and under their policy directives, the country has witnessed an unprecedented wave of police brutality. Ojijo further claims that rather than demonstrate remorse or accountability, the two leaders have continued to publicly justify these actions, which he says demeans the legal profession and renders them unfit to practice advocacy. He now wants LSK to convene a special general meeting for discussion and consideration of the motion. Health officials in Kakamega County have called on the national government to step up and support children affected by sickle cell disease, citing the challenges they face in their daily lives. Speaking during a public sensitization event held in Butere constituency, the county government and Don Amolo Foundation organized a collaboration dedicated to supporting children and individuals living with sickle cell disease by providing free medication and medical clinics for affected individuals. Don Amolo Foundation has also launched several community-based projects aimed at improving the lives of affected families and raising public awareness about the condition.
Tunaomba serikali kuu tuangalie tena wale ambao wanaishi na sickle cell ili matibabu yao yawe subsidized. Tumeshirikiana tukaweka a revolving pharmacy pale kwa hospitali ya Butere ili warriors wetu wakifika pale wanapata usaidizi wa madawa ambazo ziko subsidized.
And child welfare stakeholders have called on the government to urgently stiffen laws governing child protection in the wake of rising number of child neglect and abandonment cases across the country. Speaking during a visit at El Shaddai Children's Home in Githurai, Embu County, Aleka's Foundation leadership led by Muiruri wa Masharia and Lucy Wanjiko noted that more children are ending up in the streets and eventually in children's homes due to the failure of parents to take up their responsibilities.
Na kwa sababu serikali ilikuwa imesema itafunga nyumba za watoto mayatima, ningewasihi badala ya kufunga wasaidie zile nyumba ndio tuweze kusaidia wale watoto wako kwa street. Sasa hii tukifunga haya manyumba, hawa watoto hawana mahali pa kuenda.
Wazazi wanaacha watoto, wanawaacha kwa nyumba na waenda na wanasahau. Niwaambie watoto ni baraka na ni vizuri serikali itie maanani kwa watu kama hao wanaacha watoto na wanaenda wanawacha wakiteseka, wachukulie hatua kali ndio waweze kusimama na watoto wao.
Kama uko na umezaa mtoto na huko umetarajia, ongeresha mwenzako. Najua ukiniongeresha siwezi kosa kitu ya kukupea na tusaidiane kulea huyu mtoto.
Now time to tilt the lens and focus on Let's do business. Kenya Airways is looking to lock in a strategic investor by the end of this year, 2025. Kenya Airways Chief Executive Officer Alan Kilavuka says an investor would help the airline grow its fleet to over 60 aircraft by 2030 to overcome capacity challenges.
So those discussions have been taking place since beginning of last year. We were hoping to close them by December last year. Unfortunately, we have not closed them. but the discussions are ongoing. Hopefully we're hoping that we'll close them definitely by the end of this year. I cannot divulge the people we're discussing with because we still are not at liberty to do that, but we continue to probe and an interest. We continue to do the what we call some sort of roadshows.
For the grounded aircraft, we are proactively booked slots in GE. However, the turnaround times, which increased significantly due to the supply chain, this really hurt all the airlines, including Kenya Airways. So the grounding was for the engine overhaul. It was not for any mistake or fault with the aircraft.
Now, a pig farming program launched 8 months ago by Embu County Governor Kimani Wamatangi is now showing results with beneficiaries in Gatundu North celebrating the successful multiplication of the livestock. In Mangu Ward, Gatundu North, farmers who received a piglet through the county's Seed Capital Initiative are now reaping rewards with each sow producing up to 9 piglets. The program, which has so far benefited over 5,000 men and youth, is also linking farmers to markets through partnerships with organizations like Farmers' Choice.
Will help those young people first to learn, understand farming, and get support for that farming. Then we give them the piglets. They go and start in their groups. You give them one in a group of 20. Then they go team up together. They have got 20 piglets, and now they start rearing them, grow them, multiply them. They are a trading group.
Naona future yangu kama in 5 years time nitakuwa mbali sana juu kama saa hii nguruwe ishapata watoto kama 9 na nitaendelea kuiluza vizuri na kulea hawa watoto ndo nikuwe na lengo la kuwa na nguruwe mingi.
Tunataka vijana wakuje kwa groups. Yes. Nguruwe zao sikikomaa, tunaleta wale watu wa Farmers Choice wanawanunulia. Kwa hivyo soko iko ready.
Global Industrial Electrical Firm Loris Knudsen Electrical and Automation is setting up base in Nairobi as part of a broader strategy to support Kenya's energy transition with a focus on powering both businesses and critical infrastructure. The initiative is seen as a key move in unlocking the East African market for clean and renewable energy solutions tailored for African industries. The move comes as Kenya continues to post one of the continent's highest GDP growth rates, supported by investments in manufacturing, infrastructure, and green energy. Loris Knudsen's arrival signals growing global confidence in Africa's clean energy future and positions Kenya at the forefront of that transition.
Big topic as well in Kenya, where we can address with our electrification solution, with our energy efficient, of course, electrical distribution, electrical vehicle charging solutions as well for the grid. And last but not the least, we see a huge potential in renewables thanks to energy transition in Africa.
In terms of solutions, it will vary from customer to customer. So we will go and package a solution which can support them in terms of reducing their carbon output inside their organization.
In sports, more than 5 women graduated from the inaugural She Drives Sports Initiative, which is a partnership program between Sports Connect Africa and Moving the Goalpost, set to empower women in sports. The program has been designed to cultivate leadership, champion inclusivity, and forge robust pathways for professional advancement within the sports industry for women.
Right
Women and girls are more on the pitch. They are enjoying the game, and they are also in decision-making positions within the sport. What this means is that women and girls would be driving the sport.
From this program, our prayer is that we will inspire, and we can already see the impact, that we will inspire women to take up leadership positions. And leadership doesn't necessarily just mean being elected, but taking up those positions that support in creating opportunities.
For women, it's very, very important that we continue pushing in this sports industry, and I'm really, really excited to inspire another generation of sports leaders.
I am getting out there a better informed person, a better person in terms of decision making, and maybe looking for way forward and how to go about sports, and especially in leadership.
Elsewhere, home golfer Johanna Chepto put on a stellar display at the Minute Kenya Golf Tournament in Eldoret, carding an impressive 41 Stableford points to claim the overall title. The ladies category proved just as competitive. Adam Waseka, playing off a handicap of 22, emerged top with a brilliant score, 41 Stableford points. Jen Koech, with a handicap of 19, followed closely with a strong showing of 39 points to finish as runners-up, underlining her skill and consistency on the course.
This one being an overall winner, it actually means something, and I'm looking forward to building my golf and being a better golfer.
Further afield, Paris Saint-Germain, PSG of France thumped Inter Miami of USA 4-0 at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta to book their place in the FIFA Club World Cup quarterfinals. Bayern Munich of Germany also qualified after beating Flamengo 4-2 last night.
Delivered a dominant performance to end Miami's fairy tale run, with man of the match João Neves scoring in the 6th and 39th minute. Thomas Aviles scored a third goal in the 44th minute, while Ashraf Hakimi sealed the win. Despite their historic group stage success, including a notable win over Porto, Inter Miami struggled to match PSG's intensity. Lionel Messi had a few chances but was largely contained by the French giant. PSG now advanced to face Bayern Munich, who defeated Flamengo 4-2 in a thrilling encounter on Sunday. Harry Kane scored twice for Bayern as Vincent Kompany's side overcame fierce resistance from the Brazilian side to secure their quarter-final spot. The much-anticipated clash between Bayern and PSG is set for Saturday in Atlanta, with a place in the semi-final at stake.
Very well, and on that note, we've come to the end of KBC Lunchtime News this Monday afternoon, the last day of June 2025. Many thanks indeed for joining us. On behalf of everyone who's made this broadcast a success, including my news director for the day, Mogo Karaoke, I wish you a fantastic afternoon up ahead. And don't forget to check out our social media spaces for this news plus much, much more. My name is Njue. Lensa Odingo has been handling the sign language interpretation at the bottom of your screen. Do have yourself a good one.
Nini utanipa kizunguzungu, suka chini.
Nilidhani kila kitu iko sawa, lakini wapi? Hey!
Unamaanisha nini? Mimi najua nasikiaga nimekuchokesha sana. lakini ni muda tu kidogo imebaki, kidogo sana. Mimi nitakufa, mtanizika mnisahau.
What if what we had is broken? What if we are broken?
What if you're the only ones who can fix each other?
Sifurahishwi na hiyo uhusiano wenyu mko nao na Jenny, hata kidogo.
Oh, come on. Jenny is 21 years and above.